is inheritance. Inheritance means acquiring. Here, inheritance means acquiring properties from parent to child is called as okay inheritance. So purpose of extent here we are using what extends keyword. So extends keywords means so the purpose of extends keyword is what is making relationship between two classes. Okay, once the relationship is done, so the code is reused here. Okay. So next one inheritance we can create object for both parent and child classes. Okay. So class in between two classes we use what extends keyword. Okay, we can relationship between two classes we can use the extends keyword. So once the relationship is done, so we can reuse that code. Okay. So next what in inheritance we can create object for both parent class and child class. Okay. So we can create objects for both parent and child classes. If you create objects for okay, if you create object for parent class, it is possible to access only parent class properties. So if you create objects for child class, okay, so you can access both parent and child class objects. Okay. So if you create object for only parent class, it is accessing only parent class properties. Okay. So if you create object for child classes, it is accessing both child and parents. So both class of object properties. Okay. So it is accessing next. So what is the achieving training inheritance by using extends keywords? Code duplication and length of the code is increased. Okay. So code duplication and length of the code is increased. So what is the advantages of inheritance? So reduce the code redundancy and reduce the length of the code. Okay. So we can reduce the code. Why we are using inheritance means what is the advantage means we can reduce the code redundancy. Okay. And next reduce the length of the code. Okay. Reduce the length of the code. So next it provides what relationship between two classes. We make relationship between automatically. We are able to reuse that code. Okay. So now you can see multiple types of inheritance. Okay. So types of inheritance, there are five types there are five types of inheritance. So first inheritance, what single inheritance. Okay. So what single inheritance and multiple inheritance. Okay. And multi-level inheritance and hybrid inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Okay. So there are five types of inheritance: single inheritance, multiple, multi-level, okay, and hierarchical. And last one is what hybrid inheritance. So next single inheritance. See here, single inheritance. What is a single inheritance? So a subclass inherits from a single superclass. See here, I can execute one single inheritance topic. Okay, very good. So one class contains two instance objects. Okay, two instance objects. Okay. So first class is what? My class is parent. Okay. So my class is parent. CLA. This class PARE. My class is PARE. My class is parent here. See here. My class is what parent. So parent class contains one method, one instance method. Okay. So in that instance method, so in instance method system dot out dot println. Okay. So it is printing what M1 method. Okay. M1 method. Next is same like for another method for parent class. Okay. So control C. See here, I can create another class. Another method. Okay. Same method, not a that's for M2 method. So it is what it is printing M2 method. One class contain how many instance methods? Two instance methods. Okay. So same like that. So child class extends. Okay. Child class extends which class? Parent class. Okay. So my parent class name is what? Parent. Okay. So here I can write again two void methods. See here, two instance methods. This is also instance area here. Okay, this is also instance area. So I can write what? Here M3 method and this one is M4 method. Okay, and system.out printer, we can print what M3 method, next M4 method. Okay, so save the file and run it. It is execute or not? It is not execute. Why means we can't write anything in the main method. So first we can accessing these methods. Okay, we can accessing these methods by creating one object. Why means this is an instance area, this is static area. So we can access the methods from instance area to static area by creating objects. So what is my child class name? Chest is my child class name. So object equal to new text. By calling what? M1 method. So I can calling only parent class. Okay, I can calling only. So first we can create what parent class. Okay, parent class of this parent obj equal to new, sorry, parent obj equal to new parent. Parent obj equal to new parent. Okay, so obj dot. See here, parent class contains how many object, how many methods? Two methods. M1 method, M2 method. So that's why I can calling these two methods. So M1 method, obj dot M2 method. Okay. So next child class object, I can create for child class objects for another object. Child class methods for another object. See here, child class contains what? See here, if you creating object for parent class, okay, if you are accessing only parent class properties, okay. So if you are creating for object for child class, okay, it is accessing for both parent and child classes, okay. So that is the definition. So I can create for series one parent class objects and child class objects also. Okay, so obj1, obj1 also here. Okay, obj1, obj1. So next obj1 dot m3. Okay, so same like that. Control Z. Okay, same like that. Obj1 dot m4. So I can execute these four methods or not. See this one. Save the file. Okay, and run it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, M1, M2 methods executed. Why M1, M2? So parent class method contains parent class. If you create parent class object, okay, this is a definition. This is what? Definition. If you, wait. So if you create object for parent class, it is possible to access only parent class properties. So that's why M1, M2 will be executed. Next, if you create object for child class, okay, it is possible to access both parent class and child class objects. That's why M1, M2 parent class objects and M3, M4 child class objects also executed. Okay, this is the execution of single inheritance. Okay, so now, so multi-level inheritance. So multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance are not, okay, not supported in Java. Why means, so multiple inheritance we can use the implements, then only it can be used. Okay, otherwise it is not used. And hybrid also, it is combination of, okay, it is combination of multiple and, okay, multi-level. That's why it is called as, it is also not accepted. Okay, so Java does not support two inheritances. First one is what? Multiple inheritance. Second one is what? Hybrid inheritance. Okay, it is not support these two inheritance methods. Okay, so next we will go for the third one. So that is called as a multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance means, what is multi-level inheritance? Class C extends class B. Class B extends class A. Okay, the relationship between three classes. So a subclass is inheritance from a superclass. That itself, it is an inheritance from another superclass also. Okay, it is a extend from another superclass. This is called as a multi-level inheritance. So I can remove all this one. I will go. Okay, next I will execute multi-level inheritance examples. So see here, I can remove all these things. Sorry, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So not remove this one. Only parent class objects only you can remove, and the child class objects you can remove. Okay. So this is for close button. This is for this one. And another one is missing. So parent class brace is missing. Okay. So now parent class. In that parent class, I can create first method. void m1. See here. So void m1 is my method. So in that system dot out dot println println, this is what m1 method. Okay, this is what m1 method. So same like that. Okay, class B extends what? Parent class. Okay, so that's why, see here, I can remove this one. Okay, I can remove this extends. See here, I can remove this extends. So next I can create what? Another class. So class. So my next class name is child. Okay, I can create my next class name is child. Okay, so child extends what? Child class extends parent class. Okay, see here, child class extends parent class. So parent is a parent class, and child is a child class. Okay, so next here I can I can create next method. So void m2. See this one, void m2. Okay, in that we can write print method system dot out dot println println. This is which method? This is m2 method. Okay, this is m2 method. So same like that. So finally, main class. So class is extends which class? Child class. Okay. So I can write extends here. Extends child here. Okay. So it is creating another method. The method name is what? Void m3. Okay. Sorry. See this one system dot out dot println println. This is a m3 method. This is a m3 method. Okay. So save the file and run it. It is execute or not? It is not execute. Why means we cannot write anything in the main method. That's why it is not executed. So to accessing these instance methods, okay, this instance area methods into static area by creating what objects. That's why. So first we can create object for parent. Okay. So parent obj, okay, equal to new parent, new parent. Parent object equal to new parent. So parent object contains how many methods? So parent object contains only one method. The method name is what? M1. Okay, that's why obj dot M1. Okay, it is executed. So next what? Next there is another class. The class name is what? Child. So child obj1 equal to new child. Okay, obj1 equal to new child. So here child class is what? This is accessing two classes. First one is what? Parent and child. If you create object for child class, okay, it is accessing both parent and child classes. So that's why obj dot m1, sorry, obj1 dot m1 and next obj1 dot, so current class m2. So see this one. Okay. So second one also completed. Next what? Main class. See this one. Test. So test. Okay. Obj object name to new test. Okay. So here this is also child class. So child class, if you create child class object, it is accessing both parent and child class. So that's why here obj 2 dot m1. Okay. Obj 2 dot m2. Okay. Obj 2 dot m3. So it is accessing these three methods. Okay. See here it is executing or not. Now we can check this one. Okay, it is execute. Why means first parent class can execute only parent class properties. So that's why M1 is executed. Next, child class is accessing both parent and child classes. That's why M1 M2 both are okay. Both will be displayed. So next, okay, next again child 3 contains again small classes. That why if it's child class you can create child class object. It is accessing both parent and child class objects. So that's why M1 M2 M3 3 will be executed or not. Okay. So it is all will be executed. Next, hierarchical level inheritance. So hierarchical level inheritance, same example, but we can change one small changes. Okay. So class text child also extends parent, and the class test also extends here parent. Okay. Here also it is also accessing parent. So that is only the difference. Why means only the parent containing these two child class objects. What is the two child class? Child and test is the child class objects. So here there is one small changes. See this one. It is a child class accessing only M1 and M3 only, not M1, M2. Okay. So here M2 is not working. Okay. This is the example of the hierarchical level inheritance. See here, it is working or not? Yes, it is working. So first parent class can object only access parent class objects. That's why M1 will be displayed. Next, child class access only accessing both parent and child class objects. That's why M1, M2 will be executed. Next class test is actions with whom? Parent, not child. So if child is accessed, then M1, M2 both will be executed. But it is extends with which parent class? Only parent. So that's why M1 is executed and M3 will be executed. That is the output of this one, hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So next, how to prevent the inheritance? This is important. So if class declares as the final, then the child class creation is not possible. See here, if you mention final class name with here final, so final class equal to parent, then it is the class is terminated here. Okay, the class is terminated here. Not child class and the test class is not executed. That's why final is the important one. So if you terminate the inheritance, so if you use the child class name as final. Okay. So here one small example to represent current class objects. So if you declare initial names here, okay, if you declare initial names, so in variable names, we can see that one. See here, I can remove all this one. Okay, I can set one example. You can see that one. So I can remove all these methods. Next class is also okay. I can example with two classes only. See here, I can remove all this one. Okay. See here, again class also, parent class also. I can remove all these methods. Okay. I can now remove all this one. Here, int C1, int A equal to my value is what 10 here. Next int B equal to my value is what here 20. Int A equal to 10, no? Int B equal to 20. See this one. This is very important. Int A equal to 10, int B equal to 20. So next public class extends parent. Okay. So here, okay, here I can initialize the values. So int I can declare as int x equal to 100. Okay. Int y equal to what 200 here. Okay. So here I can initial okay one method. I can declare as one method void m1. This is my method. Okay. This method contains what? Another parsing methods. Int I comma passing parameters int I comma int z. See here. Int I comma int z. See this one. This is what instance variables. Okay. This is also called as what instance variables. This is what local variables. Okay. This is what now we can print all these three statements. Okay. This okay. You can check this one. System dot out dot println. See here. System dot out dot okay out dot println. I can print these statements. So a plus b. Why means so if you accessing instance variables in instance area, that's why directly access. Okay. Here we cannot create any objects. Why means the instance area to instance variables using to instance area. That is called as a direct access. Okay. So print what x plus y. Okay. Sorry, here spelling is wrong. System. So next what system dot out dot println. So my statement is I plus j. Okay, I plus j. So now I can save the file. Okay, and run it. It is executed or not? It is not executed. Why means we can initialize the values only. So now it is not printed any values in the main method. So that's why. So we can accessing these all instance variables into static area by creating what object name. Okay. So my object name is my class name. My class name is what test here. Test obj equal to okay new test. Okay, test obj equal to new test. See here. So my object name to call the method cm1. Okay, I can call what m1 here. Okay, it is asking the value, control Z. It is asking value. So I can give what 1000 here and 2000 also here. Okay, now we can execute these methods. See this one. 3 will be executed or not. 30, 300, 3000 will be executed. 30 means A plus B means what? 10 plus 20 equal to 30. X plus Y means 100 plus 200 equal to 300. Next I plus J means 1000 plus 2000 equal to 3000. Okay. If parameter name, see this here, see here. Is okay. This variable is all variable names are same here. I can change these variable names. I can also install B here. Okay. I can give also here A and B. So what is the output now? What is the output now? See here, save the file and run it. So 3000 gives that 3 times. See here, it is showing error. Sorry. Here also we can give what? A. Sorry. It's also B. This is what? A. And this is what? B. Okay. Now save the file and run it. Okay. So which one is executed? Actually, this object variables, local variables only executed 3 times. Why means if instance variable names, okay, if instance variable names and local variable names both are same, definitely must and should we can use what? This keyword. You can use this keyword. Okay. But here it is 3 times. 3 times means we can use what? Super keyword. Okay. To represent current class object. What is the current class here? Test is the current class. Okay. Parent is the super class. Parent is the super class and test is the current class. So if you represent the current class object, we are having what? This keyword. So for that current class objects, we are creating what? This keyword. For that super class objects, we can create what? Super keywords. That's why. So this A and B is a current class objects. This dot A. So for this dot B. So it is used for 100 and 200. Okay. So this is used for 100 and 200. This method. Okay. Next local variables, we can give what? See here. I can use a super means parent class. Okay. So here super dot A. Next is super dot B. Okay. Super dot B. See here. Now what is the output? See this one. I can execute this one. 3000, 330 will be executed. Okay. So first A plus B means what? So first 3000 executed. 3000 means what? This is local variables are executed first. Okay, these are the local variables. Local variables declared as directly. This is the local variables. Next what? 300. 300 means current class objects. This is the current class object. We are creating what? This keyword. Okay. For parent class object, we are using what? Super keyword. So that's why after finally 30 will be displayed. Okay. This is the pattern. Okay. Now inheritance methods are completed. Okay. Types. Okay. All are completed. Next polymorphism is the topic and it will be okay, we will be discussing next class. Okay, so thank you everyone.